Hello everyone, my name is Natalia Putri Sari, and I will explain about first language acquisition. The first is introduction. Language acquisition is one of the central topics in cognitive science. Every theory of cognition has tried to explain it. Probably no other topic has answered such controversy. The next is definition. Acquisition is the cognitive process of acquiring skill or knowledge, whereas language acquisition is the process how language is acquired or learned. The next is the stage of language acquisition. The first stage is pre-birth. Has been scientifically proven that a baby music can develop a baby brain. The baby can recognize the mother's voice. Then before the child is born, it can recognize words. Child expresses itself through crying. They show reflexive responses and not conscious responses. Then child starts with vowel A sounds. They learn to control their airstream mechanism. The next is cooing and laughing stage. Cooing and laughing stage is around age until 20 weeks. Children make different cooing noises. For example, coo, goo, gaga. And then child recognize parents' faces and speech. Then the child towards the end of the stage, they begin to string cooing noises. They recognize language has a structure, learn to express themselves through laughing and chuckling. They have control over their tongue. The next is vocal play. It's around 20 until 30 weeks. They begin to use consonant and vowel sounds, able to adjust pitch. They playing and experimenting. The next is babbling stage. A babbling stage around 25 until 50 weeks. There are two types of babbling sounds. Reduplicating repeat sounds, for example, woof woof. Then variegated use different sounds, pattern, and put them together. The word have no meaning to the child as they think they are just making sounds. The next is melodic utterance stage. It's around 10 until 15 months. A variation in rhythm, melody, and tone is shown. Then the child begins to uh, see some meaning to what they say. Proto word used when the child doesn't say word. It recognized but realized that words are part of a sound. The next is theories of language acquisition. The first is behaviorist or imitation. According to Skinner, behaviorist or imitation is children imitate adults. Their correct utterance are reinforced when they get what they want or are praised. The next is innateness. According to Chomsky, innateness is a child brain's contains special language learning mechanism at birth. And then the next is cognitive. According to Piaget, cognitive is language just one aspect of a children's overall intellectual development. And then the next is interaction. According to Brenner, interaction is this theory emphasizes the interaction between children and their caregivers. The next is the function of children language. The first is instrumental function. Child uses language to express needs and get what they want. For example, I want drink. The next is regulatory function. In this function, that language is used to tell others what to do and child realize. Language is a useful tool as by using language they can get what they want. For example, go away. The next is interactional function. Language which is used to communicate with other people and make a relationship. For example, love you, daddy, and thank you. The next is personal function. When the child uses language to express feeling and opinions, realize language is more than demanding and get praised for using language. For example, me a good girl. Those functions help the child to satisfy its physical, emotional, and social needs. The next is a heuristic function. Language is used to get info about the environment or world. Child uses language to ask questions about everything and he or she is always seeking an answer. For example, what that tractor doing? The next is imaginative function. Language is used to tell theories and to create an imaginary situation. Child able to recognize an object can be called many things. For example, creating an imaginary friend. These functions help the child come to make interaction with the environment around them. The last is informative function. Child begins to use language to talk about kinds of new things. They learn to represent themselves using language. For example, telling a story about what happened to them. This function representation stage where the child uses language to convey facts and information. Okay, the last slide is the conclusion. Language acquisition is the process by which humans acquire and capacity to perceive, produce, and use words to understand and communicate. First language acquisition is the ability of humans to acquire their mother tongue from their early age. There are four theories to describe the process of children understanding and practicing their first language. Behaviorist or imitation, innateness, cognitive, and interaction. The significance of first language acquisition for children are to express needs and get what they want, use to tell others what to do, and tell stories to create an imaginary situation. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for learning my explanation.